Welcome back, everyone, to more ThankFul BD's 2014. This is the final first round match in the Cornucopia Punishment Tournament, and here comes Brutal Impact. And Brutal Impact, of course, I guess they've somewhat made up their differences. The One and ADJ had a match at Halloween Hell 2014 where ADJ actually defeated the One in a last man standing match, and Riddler was the special guest referee, but I was told that backstage and before this, leading up to this month, they were having conversations about possibly burying the hatchet. It's around the holiday season. I guess the One, ADJ, and Riddler all had a big Brutal Impact meeting about how to settle their differences, and I guess with ADJ's victory at Halloween Hell 2014, he and the One have buried that hatchet, and I guess the Riddler is on board. So Brutal Impact is seemingly back together, and they are going to be competing as a team in the Cornucopia Punishment Tournament, and the winners of this tournament actually get a huge opportunity that Claire stated in the before this tournament started. And this tournament all set up by Claire and the board of directors to see which team is the most dominant, which team or individual is the most dominant, to see where the rankings go and everything. And speaking of dominant, you got to think of Belly Dong and Claire and all of them. Claire's been dominant for a long time, and later tonight, I think she's going to show the world why she was the longest reigning Jewel champion and why she has the record for most Jewel title reigns. And I think she's going to break that record, as here comes, I believe, the Disciples of Darkness, Dark Leader, Kami Kaminari, and Gluttony. And this is a tough team for anybody to face. I mean, Brutal Impact, they've got a tough challenge ahead of them. And Dark Leader, of course, he's been a former Ballydung champion. He had a short reign. But, of course, the One was the person that ended that. But a lot of stuff has happened in Ballydung wrestling in the past few years. There have been 4 Summerfests. So many other things are still ongoing here. But I'll be interested to see who wins this matchup. And Claire's talked about possible replacement teams, replacement partners for different people who have been eliminated. And with this final first round matchup, the winning team or individual gets a huge opportunity, because they go all the way to the semifinals, and then the 2 teams that survive the semifinals go on to face each other in the finals, as ADJ, wearing his Jobber 316 shirt, as Kami Kaminari takes him down quickly. Kami Kaminari is no joking matter. He is not a joke in anybody's mind. He's come onto the scene, and he's been in other companies like DUI Impact Zone, and he dominated a lot of the competition there. Doesn't always mean you get victories, but he is a very tough force, as well as Gluttony. Gluttony's been in many different organizations, and it looks like Gluttony wants to finish off ADJ here in the early going of this matchup, and a powerbomb takes him down. And ADJ not faring too well here, and this doesn't bode well if Brutal Impact doesn't get a quick start, I think, against these guys, because the Disciples of Darkness, they like to impose their will, and they like to use a lot of that power and strength game, and also I think they play a little bit of mind games with their opponents. ADJ, the Jim Beam there to Gluttony as ADJ leaves the ringside area, and I thought he was going to go grab a steel chair, but Kami Kaminari throws ADJ up against the barricade. And the Disciples of Darkness, I think this is where their game plan really comes into play, as ADJ is just being tossed right into the ring post there, as Gluttony, he's got a steel chair now in the ring, and the referee and Gluttony fighting over the steel chair. And the referee tosses that chair out of the ring, and Gluttony, he just wants more of a fight here, as ADJ goes out of the ring, and now he's grabbing that steel chair. What is ADJ doing? ADJ gets himself disqualified, so he is out, and Riddler with a cover 1, 2, 3, and just like that, it's even. 2 on 2, so Riddler gets the elimination on Gluttony, but I don't know why ADJ got himself intentionally disqualified so early into this matchup. Perhaps, what a backdrop. I don't know what he was trying to do there or what he was thinking, but whatever the case, he doesn't get to advance now in this tournament, and he has to watch now Brutal Impact go at it with 2 members of the Disciples of Darkness, and you can't ask for a harder pairing than Dark Leader and Kami Kaminari, but at least, I guess, they don't have to face Gluttony, because Gluttony, he's a tough competitor in his own right, but the Disciples of Darkness have been looking to rise up the ranks, and Dark Leader is not too happy, I've heard, after Halloween Hell 2014, because he was the YouTube World Champion and believes he got screwed out of that title when the Mad Professor cashed in an opportunity, because the Mad Professor and Claire had some backstage deal where the Mad Professor would get that opportunity at the YouTube World title as long as he joined forces with Claire, and the One now is taking Dark Leader to task here. And Dark Leader, that high-risk maneuver by the One seems to be using a high-risk game against Dark Leader, and that cross-body block, Dark Leader can't seem to find an answer here for the One's game plan, and the One with another missile dropkick. And the One now, wait a second, the Monkeys and the Trucker are screwing around, and the One with an elbow drop, 1, 2, 3, and Dark Leader has been eliminated, and now it is down to Kami Kaminari against 2 members of Brutal Impact, Riddler and the One. And I don't know where the Riddler went off to, but the One standing on the ring apron, Kami Kaminari, is just standing around for a minute, maybe trying to catch his breath, as the Riddler is waiting, and the One, I think he's thinking about it, and he tags out to Riddler. And now Kami Kaminari and the Riddler will go at it, as the Kami Kaminari with a DDT and an elbow drop there or a leg drop there to Riddler, and stomping away. Riddler can't seem to find an answer yet, as Kami Kaminari with the power bomb there to the Riddler, and Kami Kaminari picks up Riddler, and these two have competed in many different organizations as well. And that power bomb, I believe they both started in DUI Impact Zone, and an elbow, a knee right there to the face of the Riddler, and now pummeling away on the face again. And the Riddler already busted open. That's not good news for him, as Kami Kaminari choke slam there, and he's trying to get the One off the ring apron, and now a cover. 1, 2, no, and the One wisely breaking up that pinfall there, as Kami Kaminari heads out of the ring, and Riddler tries to, I guess he was fighting in thin air there for a second, and the Riddler now going outside of the ring, and Kami Kaminari is taking apart that the board of directors announce table. And what a great opening first round matchup this is, as Kami Kaminari, the Riddler set up, and Kami Kaminari, a big splash right through that table, and now a cover. 1, 2, 3, and now it is 1-on-1. The One and Kami Kaminari. And Kami Kaminari starting off quickly here on the One. And the One, he would love the opportunity to prove Claire and a lot of other doubters and critics wrong. And I think if he were to advance, Kami Kaminari with that claw there to the face. And the One, I don't know if he'll have to tap out here or not. But the One, I guess he's fighting out of it. It looks like he's using his strength to pull that hand away from his face. So the One gets away from a devastating submission hold by Kami Kaminari, and The one gets choke slammed down by Kami Kaminari, and I think the one's going to be, elbow right, or leg right to the face, knee right to the face, and I think the one's going to be headed to the back very, very shortly, because he's just getting pummeled by Kami Kaminari, and Kami up to the top rope. That flying clothesline there, and Kami Kaminari just still continuing to pound and pummel. The one being busted open already. I don't know what more the one could try to do in this matchup to advance. And now another. He's going up for it. Choke slam. That's a third choke slam. And still continuing to hammer away. And the Kami Kaminari still continuing this assault. And even if he doesn't advance in this tournament, which I think it's almost a guarantee that the one might not even make it through this first round. But the one now going back to the high-risk game again, the high-flying, and caught by the throat, choke slam down. And Kami Kaminari, I think this is it, 1, 2, no. And a kick out there by the one, that close near fall. And the one hits the Vision on, and now a cover hooks the leg, 1, no, and a kick out. I don't think you're going to catch these tough competitors like that. Another Vision by the one. And the one now with a cover hooks the leg, 1, 2, no, and another kick out there. And he's got him by the one is trying to go for some type of maneuver, trying to find some measure of offense here as he goes up to the top rope and drops down again with another high-risk maneuver. And the one goes up top again. And, elbow drop. He's trying to finish off his opponent any way he can. And now another Vision, the third in a row for the one. I think he's going for is he going to go for that elbow drop that eliminated Dark Leader to cover? No. A kick out there by Kami Kaminari yet again. And the one hits the Vision again. He just keeps going to that same maneuver over and over. And I don't know, maybe he'll try to wear down his opponent to hit the Wonder Bar, because that's a devastating finishing maneuver we've also seen. And now a cover, 1, no, and a kick out there by Kami Kaminari yet again. And now the one, I think he's going for it, the Wonder Bar, this finishing maneuver that's won him many, many championships, and he's got it locked in. Kami Kaminari is trying to fight out of it, and he gets out of it. So the one not being able to get the finish there, the missile drop kick there, taking down Kami Kaminari yet again. And now the one with a cover, 1, no, and another kick out there by Kami Kaminari. And now up to the top rope, the one goes again with a flying cross body. And the one now with another cover, no, and another kick out. The one must be wondering what he's got to do, what kind of finishing maneuver he's got to do to finish off. And now 1, 2, 3, a cross body block into a pinfall. And the one is the sole surviving member of his team of Brutal Impact. So I guess now we go into the semifinals with a lot of unanswered questions. What teams are going to be competing, and what happens to the competitors that have had sole survivors on their team? Because Brutal Impact's not the only team that's had one survivor out of all of the team. So we'll have to see what kind of backup plans the board of directors has planned. They said that they have backup plans, though, in case there are sole survivors in these elimination-style matches. So the board of directors' backup plans will probably have to come into play. But the one he is busted open, he's going to have to probably get stitches or something to continue on in this tournament. But he makes it to the semifinals. And we'll have to see if he joins up with another team or if he has to go it alone or what the deal is. But nonetheless, the one advances to the second round. And whoever he faces in the second round's got to be feeling quite good about themselves, because the one, he just went through a grueling matchup to try and survive. But he had help from Brutal Impact. But nonetheless, the one goes on now to the semifinals.